Okay, this is Racerx. I'm making another video. This is my 5th video of the review of the 1/4 scale Losi RC motocross bike. I have now switched it over to Supercross, and I must say I give it a 5-star rating with 2 thumbs up on the compound for the tires and the inserts and the rims themselves. Like I keep saying in all my videos, I've been doing this for 23 years, two-wheel pro racing, and the quality's there, and the race is there when it comes to these rims and tires. Proline did a great job with the tires on this setup, and the tread pattern is good also. I ran it really hard and laid it down really hard, and it dug in really well. And the temperature here in California is pretty warm right now, so I wouldn't say they got sticky by any means, but they did dig in and give it some good punch out and roll out for the turns. Excuse me, guys. So for those of you who buy these Supermoto tires and have this caliper setup, or even the stock caliper setup, you will have to remove the rotor and the caliper to get the caliper on and the rotor back on to mount it after the axle has been put through it. So if you're having difficulty, that's how you're going to do it. That's only for the Supermoto tires, not for the excuse me, guys, dirt bike tires. It's early in the morning. Whoa. Okay, I need more coffee. So that's how that's going to set up right there. And what else could I tell you guys? The compound that I believe these tires is a M3. Correct me if I'm wrong, M3 or something. I don't have the header card with me. In European terms of compound, that is called an SS front, SS rear on this bike in European compound, which means super soft. So if you go ahead and feel your tires, you're going to be like, wow, that's really soft. Well, that's what they are. They're super soft. But Proline marks it as M3, I believe. So that's how you're going to know the difference. I know either Asia or Europe is going to come out with their own compound tires for this. So if you see SS or MS or HS or HM, I'll explain that to you guys later on the compounds. The front tire could be a little bit wider on the meat, because the rollover should be a little fatter on the tire. On the ID, outer diameter, it's a little too skinny, but it still works really good. You're just going to have to learn how to run with it. On the back, same thing. As you can see, the tire is really skinny, needs more meat. The ID needs to be fatter on front and rear, and the OD, being the inner diameter of the lip, needs to be the same so it mounts on the rim the same. And of course, the compound on the inside needs to be fatter for a fatter tire. So hopefully Proline will get a little load of this video and beef up the back and front tire. Put a little bit more rubber on there because it's a little too skinny. For the rollovers, it's really nice, and to keep it in a straight line, it's really nice. But when you go to lay the bike down right to left, circles, figure eights, right and left, all that stuff, the bike leans over way too much, which grinds down the bottom half here. It's going to grind down here, here, and here. These flex, and that's one of the problems, but that's not really a problem. That's a good thing. And yeah, it needs a little tuning, but they work very well, and I still give it a 5-star rating on the tires. So they did a good job. I was able to get a pair as a set for $65 out of a hobby store. So that was cool. I just need another rear because I already have another front for Supermoto. Another thing I wanted to introduce to you guys was that the armor setup or the chest protectors. I got them on Etsy. I guess the guy is in somewhere in the United States. I want to say Indiana, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But he does a really good job. I paid $37 for it. You can shape it, move it around, adjust it, just like real chest protector. I highly suggest that you get it. It's definitely, in my book, a 5-star setup on that. And it's got Velcro, you know, elastic bands. If those ever, tear or whatever the deal is, you can always get those from your like fabric store or Michael's or something online. Just measure it off and just buy a roll of it. Excuse me. Okay, so yeah, I strongly suggest that. I put some decaling on there and all that stuff. I did change the decaling on the bike. I don't know if you guys seen it in my other videos. I went and stenciled my own carbon fiber layout, and I got so much of it, I can come up with any design. So I don't need to buy any decal kits for this at all, at any time. I did put the aluminum swing arm on there from GPM. It is, I would say, 5 digits higher in weight than the stock one, but I like the stock one better. Reason being because it's lighter, cheaper, and stronger, and it looks better, in my opinion, even though it's composite, not aluminum. A square swing arm isn't really a real swing arm if you're going to go for scale. So the machining needs to be reset up on the machines to make it oval instead of square coming through here, and just a little bit thicker. Yeah, it's going to raise a little bit of weight, but it's also going to give you a more scale look and more strength and all that, and it's probably going to cost a little bit more. So if you stick with the stock one, you'll be okay. Don't even worry about it. But if you want the aluminum because it's shiny and cool, then go for it. In the inside, you will see a yellow bag. Well, that's a what I call a shock balloon. I've been using this on RC buggies and stuff like that for years. You just go buy some balloons that are the same length as the spring, and go ahead and cut off the end of the balloon that you blow in, and then go ahead and stretch it, put some spring inside, and then go ahead and put the nipple up in there, cut a little hole on the top, slide it on, and now you got a full shock protector. So this way you don't get a bunch of dirt and grunge and crap in there, which wears down your shock shaft. It's also a pain in the ass to clean. So that's why I did that. I've been doing it for years. It's small stuff. Now, on the brake system, I did get the GPM caliper in. Is it worth the $23? I don't know about that. It is very nice. It is aluminum. Comes in different colors. And I also got the GPM disc rotor, which is polished with anodizing, which is actually really nice. It's actually a really nice rotor. This system here was all custom done by me from another bike called the Thunder Tiger Ducati 999. So I actually laid the cable in there, and it is real stainless steel with stainless steel guides and lockdown right here and all that. So it's not going to come off during racing or crashing. It's pretty much on there unless I choose to take it off. If you want to set it up like that and kind of take my idea, you will have to look online for this size spring, and you can get them online. And then you just get aluminum tubing, KNS, and cut your length and shoe glue it on there. And the shoe glue is like really, really strong, so it's not going to come off. If you want to take it off, you just go ahead and heat it up a little bit with a heat gun, and then it just pulls right off like a rubber band. But it'll hold up. I've done this before, so it came out pretty cool. Just add a little scrap I had laying around. What else more could I tell you on this? I think that's almost pretty much it. I haven't done too much more. I mean, there's a couple more things coming, but that's about it, because I got quite a bit into this. I think I got a little over $2,000 into the bike with everything that I got, some spare parts plus the bike and a few other things. So I'm pretty much where I want to be. I don't want to really go with too much more. So it's pretty much race ready for supermoto and definitely race ready for motocross. So we'll see what happens. Will I race it? I think I will. I think I'm going to go ahead and make it happen just like I did years ago. Because like I said in my other videos, I was a 7-year U.S. Champion, unbeaten, for many years, and then I just gave up my title and then got out of it because things had changed. The team started falling apart and all that other stuff. Everyone started going their own way. But yeah, 7 years unbeaten. So we'll see what I can do with this one. I know there's going to be some new drivers with some new skills, and they're going to work on on making it happen. So we'll see what happens when I get to the track, on road, off road with it, and see what people pull out of their bag. They should probably do pretty well. I think that'll do it for this video. There's not much more to tell you about the bike at this time. I'll probably do another video, which will be the 6th video, once a few more things come in, and then that'll probably be it. But I think you guys got it handled from here. Once again, happy racing. Safety is number one. Don't beat on your bikes too much and all that stuff. Parts are hard to get. Everyone already knows that. And it's a pain in the ass to keep stripping the bike to fix things. Just kind of run it and have fun with it. Don't beat it. And enjoy it. And the bike will last a long time. So there it is. Another thing that was brought to my attention real quick, guys. A friend of mine says to me, Will, I'm waiting for Losi to come out with a on-road street bike, like a GP bike, like what I race professionally in pro. And I would actually like to see that, and I know a lot of other people would. So hopefully Losi will come out with another bike with the same system in a GP bike, or it doesn't even have to have a gyro to run GP, because that's what I've proven in all my other videos that I've done with my NovaFar 509, which does not have a gyro at all, and it runs just amazing, and it's pretty easy to run. You just have to understand the geometry of your rollouts and roll-ins and your straight lines, and you're good to go. So we'll see if Losi comes out with a GP bike, a super bike. I think they should, and a lot of other people should too. We'll see. So anyway, that's it, and talk to you soon.